Everyone to our media and design webinar. My name is Amanda Garcia. I'm the Associate Program Director. Rebecca Carr is in another meeting today, but she is the Director for the Media and Design Programs, but could not be here. This is Dr. Tamar Gregorian. She is our Professor of Practice and Digital Media and Public Relations Coordinator, as well as Alexis Stone is on today, and she is our Senior Academic Advisor for our Media and Design Programs.
Hi.
Great. So as we get started, just a little bit about SOPA. If you're new to SOPA or unfamiliar, Tulane University was founded in 1834 as the Medical College of Louisiana, and we offered our first continuing education classes in 1886. And this really demonstrated a commitment to adult learners that has lasted over 130 years. Over the last 6 years or so, we have kind of shifted our focus from continuing studies to professional advancement. So SOPA stands for the School of Professional Advancement, and we cater to traditional students as well as adult learners. A few things that are unique to SOPA that you may be unfamiliar with is we really do have a depth in online learning as well as on-ground learning. We develop our online courses in such a way where it's not just delivering information live online. We actually have a ton of great supporting materials, well-developed resources online, etc., that are really set us apart from other schools and our ability to deliver enriching content and robust content online. We also have award-winning programs and faculty. Each year, our students, we're just talking about this, sweep the Addy Awards and other awards programs, whether that's through our design, interactive, etc., copywriting projects and tracks. Many of our faculty are also award-winning. We really align our faculty with what is expected in the workforce, and we'll get into that in just a little bit. We also have a commitment to student support. So for example, Alexis Stone, who you met just a little while ago, is very, very hands-on with our students, as well as Tamar, Rebecca, and myself. We make sure that we are accessible to you for any academic need that you may have, as well as other advising and technology, etc., support that you may need. We also have a career advisor, etc. So, we really take our student support seriously to make sure that you graduate and are successful, have a successful portfolio, etc., upon graduation. And then in terms of affordability and flexibility, our cost per credit hour is on par with other institutions such as SOPA and other programs such as SOPA. It is less expensive than the traditional Newcomb Tulane College, and we're going to get into that in a little bit, but we've done that on purpose to make this accessible for our adult learners. And it is also flexible. So we not only have courses available online and on ground, but we also offer courses that start at 6 p.m. So if you are a full-time working student, that you're able to do that after work. We also have courses that are at 9 a.m. and noon, and every once in a while we'll have Saturday courses as well, if that's helpful. And then, of course, we have a very thorough and robust alumni network, as well as other networking opportunities that we'll get into in just a little bit with our student groups. Tamar, did you want to add anything to any of that?
No, I think you covered it, but I know Bailey, Dana, Raya, I know a little bit about your interest in graphic design, so please feel free to drop questions in the chat or just unmute yourself, because we're about to cover some of the content specific parts of the program, but we're just excited to have you here.
Great. Tamar, do you want to cover this?
Sure. So as Amanda mentioned, the program is called Media and Design. And so the beauty behind the program being a combined program between public relations, digital marketing, graphic design, and interactive design is that students have the ability to really not only work together across disciplines, but also jump take some classes, not that they're jumping in and out of the program, but let's say you're a PR major or you're a digital marketing major, you're able to then easily take classes in the design side. There are times where we combine students from different programs. So like I'm teaching capstone right now, and we're able to combine digital marketing and PR students. But it does really make you a strong, marketable professional, once you graduate. And you're working together to create strategic and innovative, communication solutions for organizations like nonprofits and even for-profit companies. We've got a fantastic award-winning faculty who teach all of our classes. So you're studying with, maybe me for a class or Dr. Garcia or Professor Carr. But then we also have an immense and tremendous group of adjunct faculty who work in the fields they're teaching in. So for example, we have a faculty member who does influencer strategy on a daily basis. He's teaching the influencer strategy class. We have professors who work in graphic design for major corporations, nonprofits, very large organizations who are teaching those classes. And so we're aligning both the curriculum and what you're expected to do in the workforce. For those of you who are interested in a post-bac, maybe you already have design experience, but we're really elevating that here at the SOPA Media and Design program. And then I'll just touch on these as well. So I mentioned we have several programs, right? We have bachelor's as well as certificates and minors, of course, if you are a major. Starting off here, we have certificates, professional certificates on the media side of the house is what we like to call it. Public relations, digital marketing, and advertising. So these are 18 hours, which is just 6 courses. And you're starting, from the top, where even majors start by taking the foundational principles classes. And then you're taking, as you continue through those 18 hours, or 6 courses, you're taking some of the upper level courses as well, and really getting a comprehensive overview of public relations, digital marketing, or advertising. And we do have some students who choose to do, a certificate on the professional side, on the media side, excuse me, or you can also do that, of course, as a post-baccalaureate, which means you do have to have a BA to come into that on the design side. There you go.
Yeah. So within the design side, we have 2 different tracks that you can explore. So we have our graphic design and our interactive UX UI. So for graphic design, the certificate is 30 hours, which equals 10 courses. Each course is 3 credit hours. In our graphic design track, you can expect to learn things such as typography, layout, everything from poster design to packaging design to working in advertising, working with copywriting, etc. You will also be able to take some interactive courses within that certificate, but really the focus of your coursework is on print and 3D. Whereas on the interactive UX UI, that's also 30 hours and 10 courses, your focus really is user research, how to apply that user experience, UX, to UI, user interface solution. So you would be looking at things, again, such as typography and branding, but applying that to app design, web design, etc. Also on the interactive track, you're required to take a motion class. So you'll be using After Effects and Apple Motion, etc., to create like animated pieces for the apps and the websites, etc. So, we also have some students who are interested in kind of doing a mashup between these 2 certificates. So, that's why it's really important to meet with Alexis and to meet with Dr. Gregorian and myself and Professor Carr to say, what are your goals after graduation, right? Like, let's make sure you're taking the correct electives, the right courses, and we can kind of customize that for you based on your career goals and where your passion really lies.
So yeah, sure. The BAs that we offer, so those are a little bit about the certificates. The BAs, the bachelors that we offer are in public relations, digital design. So that's on the the design side that Dr. Garcia just talked about. So we're talking about graphic design and interactive design there. And then there's also a Bachelor of Arts in Digital Media Marketing Communications. All of the BAs are, standard bachelor's degrees, 120 credits, 36 credits of those being in the major. So here's where you could kind of look at the numbers and look at the difference even of the certificates. Because the post-baccalaureate certificate in design is a post-bac and not a professional certificate, it does have a higher number. You're almost taking all of the major courses as if you would getting a bachelor. So just to kind of give you some perspective there. And then once you choose your bachelor's track, you can also, of course, add on a minor. And we do have a lot of students who, for example, will major in digital design, but minor in digital marketing. And it's the perfect marriage of, really fine tuning the skills that are not just content specific, but also strategy and then execution on the design side. Hey, Raya, I see you have a question in the chat. So if that's okay, I'll just address that real quick to the team. So you said you're in, you have to leave soon. Sorry. I have applied to Tulane for BA in music. Can I add SOPA graphic design courses as a minor or second major? Alexis, do you mind jumping in and talking to Raya a little bit about that?
Yeah, do you want me to do it now or in the chat?
Yeah, because it says she's saying she has to leave soon, so I didn't want to not address it.
Okay, so if you apply to Newcomb Tulane, it is possible to have a graphic design major. You just have to talk to your Newcomb Tulane advisor about that before, because you have to get approval for it. So it's possible to add on the major, but we can talk about it a little bit later, like an email or after the webinar, because there are a few limitations that you're going to need to be aware of. But yes, you can do it.
And Raya, we can all drop our emails in the chat and you're welcome to follow up with us and we can connect on that. I just wanted to bring it up since you said you had to leave. I'll put mine in there as well.
So part of our student support and success is getting our students out in the community, making sure that you have exposure to local advertising agencies, awards programs that you can see here. We also, this Create mural in the center here is a project of collaboration between multiple students. We created this really beautiful mural within our printing lab. We have different agency tours that you can see in the far left and lower right corners. We also have different student organizations we're going to talk about in just a moment. And so we really try to connect you during your time here with these organizations, with these opportunities for networking, for internship purposes, or just exposure. If you're already in the field, working in the field, these are opportunities, again, just to network and grow and build that base, whether that is if you're looking to change jobs, let's say, or if you're just looking to, once again, build that network of creatives.
Speaking of careers, so careers in marketing and PR, and again, I know some of you are interested in design or at least mentioned you're interested in design, but always, opportunities for a minor and or a certificate in one of our media, in one of our media certificates as well. So we have students who are either wanting to work in marketing and PR, already working in marketing PR, everything from kind of that entry-level specialist position. We have mid-level management, marketing managers, advertising specialists, the public relations, the digital marketing and the advertising, even umbrellas. I mean, there's so many job opportunities underneath those. So whether you're interested in, event planning, fundraising, working with the media and really kind of honing your publicity skills, or you're interested in working on the, the designs, the content side of ads or the strategy side of ads, or you want to figure out, I want to be the person who buys and places media. Whether you're interested in the day-to-day agency life, you're interested in going in-house somewhere, we're teaching the skills that all of these potential, just what's on the screen, there's many more jobs are asking for you to be able to do, right? So what do I need to do to become a digital marketing manager? We're teaching you those skills. Whether, again, it's the certificate or the bachelor's, they are all workforce aligned. And we actually vet our curriculum with an advisory board that's comprised of working professionals in these fields all over the country, not just here in New Orleans.
Yeah, and in terms of careers in design, everything from whether you want to go into branding, i.e. logo design, brand collateral design. You can also, like I mentioned earlier, go into app or web design. We don't teach the back end of web and app development. We're using prototyping such as Adobe XD and Sketch, etc. But we do have courses, just to point out, in specific interactive technologies for designers. So you kind of get introduced to the code, but it's not required as part of this. You're not going to become a developer as part of that career path, but on the design, the front end side and prototyping side. Also, if you're interested in publication design, such as like multi-page layout, magazine, book layout, etc. Packaging design, we have a ton of students who really are interested in packaging, 3D work, lettering or type design. We also have an amazing set of copywriting courses, if that's something that you're interested in, as well as going into becoming an art director or creative director one day with these skills.
We've got as Dr. Garcia mentioned this earlier, but we really do our absolute best to make sure that you're learning in and out of the classroom. And so we do have 3 professional development organizations that are industry specific and specific to our disciplines. The American Institute for Graphic Artists, the American Advertising Federation, as well as the Public Relations Student Society of America. And so whether you're interested in design or advertising or PR, and these aren't classes, right? You could technically become a member of all 3. These professional development organizations are student run, student led. They bring speakers in from all across the country, really. And we like to have that as an opportunity to, again, leverage what you're learning in the classroom out to be able to, use that outside of the classroom, and also really just connect with a network of professionals and speakers and opportunities that these provide all across the country. I can personally attest to it. An organization, actually PRSSA, really changed the trajectory of my career, as well as from an education and professional standpoint. And so I'm a huge believer in the benefits, the multiple benefits of these organizations. And we create, an opportunity for you to be able to join them at with very little barriers to entry, and really just explore all they have to offer. In fact, our advertising federation, so we have an ad team, ad club that has an ad team that's actually participating. They're taking a class called the NSAC, the National Student Competition in Advertising. It's serving as their capstone, and they're getting to create a real world campaign for Indeed, like the company that you look for jobs on. And they're going to compete against student chapters all across the country. And so it really does provide you with an amazing experience, as well as a fantastic portfolio piece. And all of our students are, able to apply to be on that competition team. And then we've got a lot of fantastic resources that are more on the, I guess you could say, on the tech side, as well as just like continuing education side. Our students have access to HubSpot. For a lot of our digital marketing students use that. They even use it in class. All of our design students, all of our media and design students get access to Adobe Creative Cloud at no cost, Google Analytics. A lot of our PR students use Muckrack, the PR piece of Muckrack in their classes, as well as outside of class. And then all of our Tulane students get access to LinkedIn Learning, which has, I'm sure you've heard of it. It used to be called lynda.com, has hundreds and thousands of videos and essentially courses, mini courses that we always, incorporate into the classroom, but also are available to you outside of the classroom.
So yeah, applying is simple. This is the URL. And it is a $40 fee to apply, but because you're attending the webinar today, we are going to waive that fee. You really just need a clear image of your government ID and then your transcripts. So if you're coming in from high school, we do need an official copy of your transcript. If you're coming with another bachelor's degree and you're going into the post-bac or professional certificate programs, we do need those transcripts from those universities, et cetera. To get you admitted, we can take an unofficial transcript, but to formally admit you and for you to be able to register for classes, we do need an official transcript as well. So check out sopa.tulane.edu. You'll see the apply button. If you have any questions, let us know, but it's a pretty painless process, which is great. We do have some information here on our tuition. So as I mentioned earlier, our courses are priced per credit hour. So if you've applied to Newcomb Tulane College, you probably see that it's kind of a set fee for the year up to X amount of credits. Ours is a little different. We are charging per class. So $596 times 3, our classes are 3 credits each. That can kind of help you calculate the cost of classes. We have some students that take 2 classes at a time, some students that take 1, some students that take 4. So it just really depends on, are you a bachelor's or a certificate student? We do have a pretty strict flow to our coursework. We call it our matriculation. So we do have a very specific order in which you need to take our courses. So just depending on if you're a certificate or a bachelor's or a post-bac might limit the total number of courses you could take at one time, given the order that they need to be taken in. And that's something that you would work with your advisors and us on as well. Financial aid is available. You would be going through our financial aid office, but it is available for our bachelor's and post-bac programs. And there are other types of aid, such as federal grants, federal loans, the Yellow Ribbon Program. We also offer a 20% discount for active duty military, K through 12 instructional staff, and New Orleans area public employees. And then also, if you are pursuing your bachelor's degree, but you're already working in a related field, you could earn up to 24 credits for work-life experience. So for example, if you are a public relations professional and you have applied, let's say, to the BA in public relations, you would take what's called a portfolio course, in which you would develop a portfolio showing how you have satisfied the requirements of XYZ courses within our required coursework. And you can do that for up to 24 credit hours for the bachelor's degree. These are our different application deadlines. So if you plan on starting in the summer, the application is due May 1st. We do have an early enrollment scholarship that is $200 off of your tuition. So that is April 25th. So we've got a little bit of time. But like I said earlier, getting those transcripts loaded, the official ones, all of that can take some time. So if you're looking to start in the summer, that April 25th is going to come super quick, actually. So I would start the process sooner rather than later. For fall is August 1st, and for spring is January 1st. And you can see those early enrollment deadlines there as well. So we'd like to open the floor to any questions that any of you may have. Feel free to take yourself off mute.
Hello.
Hi, yes.
Hi, my name's Diana. I'm interested in the design post-baccalaureate. I have a question. I read online that there were tuition discounts for graduates of minority serving institutions, or HBCUs. Is that still in place?
Yes, so on our SOPA website, I think under the admissions tab, we have a form that you can complete to qualify for the 20% discount. So it's not only the HBCUs, it's whether you're over the age of 60, there's a whole bunch, or whether you work for Jefferson Parish or Orleans Parish. We have a whole bunch of qualifications that you can apply for as long as you meet the requirements. And so you can be eligible for the 20% once you do the application and gets processed, and then it'll get taken off of your tuition for the semester.
Okay, thank you.
And Raya, I also dropped Professor Carr's email in the chat as well. She might have actually jumped
Yeah,
off.
he just left. Yeah.
Do you want me to drop yours in there as well, Amanda?
Sure. Thank you. Bailey, any questions? Anything we can answer for you?
I'm gonna put mine in the chat as well too, if you have any other advising or admissions or just any other questions, and you're just not
Sure.
sure who to reach out to.
Yeah. Well, it's great to meet y'all. Thank you for joining us.
Would we be able to schedule like any advising meetings for which courses we should take?
So yes, once you're admitted, you're gonna get a welcome email from me. And then are you a first-time freshman or a transfer student?
I graduated with a BA, and I want to pursue the post-baccalaureate program in design.
Okay, so yeah, you're gonna get a welcome email from me, and then we can go over the requirements. And then typically I connect you with either Amanda or Rebecca to go over the best courses to take for the post-bac, because they advise on all of the major courses and I advise on like your SOPA core and your electives. And as a post-bac student, you'd be only taking major courses. So you can meet initially with me, but then like moving forward for your major courses, it's best to speak with Amanda or Rebecca to make sure, like she said, if she needs to customize your post-bac classes, they can go ahead and talk to you about those. But yeah, she'll get a welcome email from me and then we can connect you for your first advising meeting.
Okay, thank you.
Of course.
But yeah, Dana, if you have any questions in between, like applying, you could reach out to Dr. Garcia, Professor Carr, or myself as well.
Great. Well, thank y'all so much for joining us.
Everyone, have a good day.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.